Races. I've been playing video games. I played a video game today. First time I played a video game in ever. Played one of my favorites from the olden times. Played Counter-Strike. Loved it. I was having so much. It was like riding a bike. It was great. I was shooting terrorists like nobody's business. Good fun. All right, dinner. Yeah, I had a blast. It was good. Kirby. Oh, my paper towels. Much better. Okay. So yeah, maybe if we run out of news, we'll go play around and we'll kill some terrorists. We'll see. These days, I don't know that that's going to happen. We shall see. All right. I've been continuing with my local AI video generation adventure too. Been interesting. Let me see if I can find some of the recent generations here. And let me get my screen share up too. Do. Like officially up with the sound. There we are. Exports, video. Oh, there we go.
I am absolutely not suicidal, and I do end up killing myself. Hillary Clinton definitely behind it.
Trying longer ones now. Actually doing quite good. Let me see some of the anime Trump. Not bad. Changed the look a bit at the end, but I can work on that. That's pretty sick, though. Wow. Neat. That is fancy. That's good fun. Yeah, it took like a minute or so to generate. Not bad. Crazy how fast this is getting. And capable. Scary, kind of. Definitely scary. Fascinating. All at the same time. All right. Also, I have to... What were some of the others? How'd those turn out? It fudged the audio on that. That was still really cool, though. Nope. Actually, that wasn't too bad. It didn't do what I told it to do. I told it to move the camera, but it moved him instead. Gets goofy like that until you really learn what you're doing in terms of describing things to a machine. Interesting. I'm just testing around with this. I really want to kind of play around with the anime. Really enjoying that. Really enjoying that, actually. Next thing I got to figure out is voice transformations. So I can take its standard kind of crappy non-Trump voice and transform it into Trump's. Shouldn't be too hard. I think in fact it should be quite easy. Where is my There we are. There you are, my friends. Pop out. Get some DLive action. Pop you guys out. Yeah, I thought about doing that too. Junkie Illinois says you could do an impersonation voice and put it in there. Yeah, I'm gonna try that too, just to see if that feels like more fun. And you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna end up better with you know, an impression from someone, whether it's me or someone else, or it should be like an actual voice transform, like direct to his voice. I'm not really sure yet. I do good voices. Thank you. It's nice to hear. Yeah, I really want to go at this, man. Well, obviously, I built a freaking machine to do it. So, yeah, I'm gonna be diving into this like head first. What I can make. I saw Emily Eustace was on John Solomon, the creator of the Will Stancil show. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating interview. Really interesting interview. Highly recommend everyone listen to it. She's brilliant. Genius. Trailblazing. For sure. Where's the... Yeah, they don't have like the actual video. Rude. All right, I'll take the link. Oh, it's just an audio. Yeah, just an audio interview. Okay. I want to hear Solomon's intro. I want to hear how he introduces her. The misadventures of Will Stancil. Will Stancil. Can't hear? Walking on says can't hear. All right, let me check. You're not getting it. I might need to. Yep, I need to refresh it. Refresh our desktop audio. I don't know why it does that. Try it on default. Testing. Nope. Try it on. Back on here. Oh. Is my Steam thing screwing it up? Thing, come on. Bizarre. Oh, that explains it. I'm putting audio. My monitor. Oh. All right, this should fix it. There we go.
On
Much better.
right-wing Twitter when I got back in 2024 after being...
Hopefully that did not break it for Zoom too. Gonna pop my shirt off and on again just to be sure. There we go.
Banned for like 7 years. And I just started following him, and just the idea of this this sort of self-hating leftist who, you know, is anti-white, I guess you could say. Well, he prioritizes helping, you know, people of color over
So-
white people. He hates
So Will Stansel recently, in the midst of all this going on, ran afoul of Antifa, and even Antifa hates it. They don't want him in Minneapolis. They want to throw him out. He's very, very mad about this. Guarantee you. In fact, actually, you know what? It almost reminds me of the storyline of the show where he gets sick of their bullshit or something and like turns into a Nazi at night and goes on a rampage slaying purple-haired people. Oh, here's where they punch him.
Oh, shut up, man.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
So I got a longer than you have. Shut up.
Come on. Oh, gee.
Jackass.
I thought everybody was still up there. Thanks a lot, guys.
He's filming people's faces. What the fuck? How's that? Oh, no. Yeah, this is a million people.
That was better than I thought. That was even better than I thought it was going to be. That was great. Where is... I don't know where the clip of him rampaging is, but I'm telling you, man, they're going to drive him nuts, and he's going to end up hating them. And he's going to go full Stansler. Full Adolf Stansler. It's coming. The meme will become reality. Wish I could find it. No. One last go. Media. Okay, there you go. I'll take that. Yep. Coming, man. He's gonna go full Hitler. These people are gonna drive him to it. Even Will. Okay, let's go. I doubt I have anything tagged since, yeah, not really. Days ago. Used to having that phone, man. Still can't get it back, by the way. I thought it was going to be today, but nope. Nope. Bill hasn't posted yet. That's what I have to wait for. I have to wait for the bill to post to get the 6 month mark where I'm not where I'm eligible for a new phone without paying at the ass. Ridiculous. They don't have like a way around that for me to just pay the bill early or something. I don't mind doing it, but no. Okay, wow, quite a bit. So Homan out on podium today. Must have been some action in Minnesota. But that's all about. Melinda Gates responds after Epstein files suggest that Bill Gates got an STD from Russian girls and planned to secretly medicate her. That explains a lot. Whoa. Yeah, she creeps me the heck out, but man, that just makes me feel almost bad for her.
The emails and
That is so fucked up.
the files suggest that
Ugh.
Bill Gates had additional
Were they actually... The implications of that are just... I don't even want to... They were having relations?
affairs,
Ah!
and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness. Right?
Oh, yeah? Well, I find that hard to believe.
And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls
Selfishness?
and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so
How'd you
for
let
me,
it?
it's just sadness.
'Cause you sat on your ass and let it.
I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth, right? And it's kind of like, at least for me, I've been able to move on in life.
Oh boy. Hmm. These people, man. Oh. Here's the other half.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Part of that issue of trust brings me to Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over a period of 3 years, I had a number of dinners with him. The focus was always, he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them
Bill, be honest.
to give money to
You were doing it to diddle the little girls.
global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
And yet,
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false.
what's the email? Can you even tell me what's the email?
So I don't know what his thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way? But,
Why would you do that?
it just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he do this and say this about you, do you think?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be
Except for all those ones that gave you the gonorrhea.
that
Yeah,
although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Is it frustrating to you, given what you've said, that this is now happening?
Not really. I mean, people should, hold people who are successful to a very high bar. And so,
Oh, that's yeah, you don't say.
as these documents come out, they're going to be closely scrutinized. Every minute.
Oh my goodness. That was this is about to get so bad for them. It's gonna be great. Yes. Washington Post begins widespread round of layoffs. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Au voyage.
Democrats immediately have pointed out this is good news. Thanks for the precedent. James Comer will be calling Donald Trump, whose name appears more than anyone in the Epstein files.
What is this? Morning Joe says, because the Clintons are being brought to testify on their Epstein links, that sets up the next Democrat Congress to call Trump, Elon, Howard Lutnick, and Pam Bondi. Well, I mean, yeah, I think there's questions that Bondi needs to answer. There's questions, I think, further questions, I think Lutnick probably I'd like to hear answered. Elon too, after latest release, I think he's been caught in a couple possibly lies, if not just maybe slip of the memory. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Somehow I doubt that. Of course they'll call Trump too. Morning Joe's going to turn this into something else, obviously, but yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing some of those people answer some questions on the past. Sure.
Yeah, and exactly. Again, it is so short. I'm really it kind of takes your breath away. You remember when Mary Lou Retton, like, on one leg, did all that, and then she lands, you just...
Far more interested in the Clintons, though.
how could you do that, right? That's a reaction every time James Comer and this committee does something even more stupid than I think is humanly possible. And you're like, oh my God, I wish I had Jim McKay.
Stupid as in getting people to answer questions that no one has been able to get them to answer for decades? That kind of stupid? That's stupid.
That's
stupid.
That voice in the background talking about like spanning the globe to find the dumbest committee chair people ever.
Who would that be? You?
Because that's exactly what's going to happen. By the way, anybody over 80 knows exactly who I'm talking about.
I got you.
Okay. Talking to your audience, I guess. People over 80. There you go. Homan holding a press briefing this morning. Let's see some of the highlights here.
We currently have an unprecedented number of counties communicating with us now and allowing ICE to take custody of illegal aliens before they hit the streets. Unprecedented cooperation. And I'll say it again. This is efficient, requires only 1 or 2 officers to assume custody of a criminal alien target rather than 8 or 10 officers going into the community and arresting that public safety threat. This frees up more officers to arrest or remove criminal aliens. More officers taking custody of criminal aliens directly from the jails means less officers on the street doing criminal operations. This is smart law enforcement, not less law enforcement. It's safer for the community, safer for the officers, and safer for the alien. This coordination also makes it far more safe for the Twin Cities. Arresting a public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail is the safest thing we could do. Further, less public safety risks are being released back into the communities, reduces recidivism. So local law enforcement can direct their limited resources to other public safety matters in their community. This is another priority of President Trump.
Currently have an unprecedented number of counties communicating with us now and allowing ICE to take custody before they hit the streets. Illegals hit the streets. Given this increase in unprecedented collaboration and as a result of the need of less law enforcement officers to do this work in a safer environment, I'm announcing effective immediately we will draw down 700 people. So they're removing 700 DHS/ICE peeps from the streets.
Immediately, we will draw down 700 people effective today. 700 law enforcement personnel.
So looks indeed like this was Trump doing his usual, overextending, kind of going in hard on a negotiation deal. Coming in guns blazing. You'll forgive the euphemism. What? And then pulling back and settling to a more reasonable new medium, which he has just established. It works. It's effective. Done it countless times. In finance, politics, real estate, everywhere. We've developed and implemented a multi-agency surge task force within the operational framework that clarifies lines of effort, integrated enforcement, investigative and special response efforts. Unified Joint Operations Center has been established to manage all operations. Okay. During our efforts to identify and implement improvements, identified a gap in regard to the use of body cameras. Yep. That inconsistency was unacceptable, so we moved immediately to prioritize full body cam deployment.
Or public safety risk. For those who are not a national security threat or public safety risk, you are not exempt from immigration enforcement actions. If you're in the country illegally, you are not off the table.
Good.
And let me be clear, President Trump fully intends to achieve mass deportations during this administration.
Yes.
And immigration enforcement actions will continue every day throughout this country.
Yes.
President Trump made a promise, and we have not directed otherwise. I heard rumors we have. Untrue. Given that many public safety threats on our communities, many of which poured across the border during the Biden administration, it makes sense to prioritize public safety risk right now. Again, prioritization doesn't mean you forget about everybody else.
That's coming too. They're just getting the claws in. They gotta dig into the ground there. That they are doing. My goal was to, with the support of the president, achieve a complete drawdown and end this surge as soon as we can, but that is largely contingent, of course, upon the end of the illegal and threatening activities against ICE and its federal partners, which we all knew who that one's on.
My goal with the support of President Trump is to achieve a complete drawdown on threatening activities against ICE and its federal partners that we're seeing in the community. We will not draw down on personnel providing security for our officers. I will not let our officers be put at risk. So we will not draw down on personnel providing security and responding to hostile incidents until we see a change in what's happening with the lawlessness of the impeding and interfering and assaulting of ICE and Border Patrol officers. It is against the law to forcibly assault, resist, oppose, impede, intimidate, and interfere with federal law enforcement, including ICE officers and Border Patrol agents. Doxing law enforcement to threaten them and their families because they're executing their sworn duties to enforce immigration law that Congress passed is unacceptable. And it's shameful and incomprehensible to me that this unlawful and threatening behavior is being tolerated by anyone. As far as what I saw yesterday with the roadblocks being set up, you're not going to stop ICE.
Oh, they're chatting in Roblox now? Or is that, did I read that right?
That this unlawful and threatening behavior is being tolerated by anyone. As far as what I saw yesterday with the roadblocks being set up.
Roblox. They're using Roblox as a communications platform. A video game. Boy, that sounds oddly familiar.
Set up. You're not going to stop ICE. You're not going to stop Border Patrol. The only thing you're doing is irritating your community and want to go get groceries or pick their children up or whatever. I talked to the chief of police, and he committed to taking swift action on those illegal roadblocks. They're illegal. We shouldn't tolerate them. Again, a complete drawdown is going to depend on cooperation, continued cooperation of local and state law enforcement, and the decrease of the violence, the rhetoric, and the attacks against ICE.
They're actually using Roblox? Is that... I remember this from the other day, doing the ICE... pretend ICE raids, a little ICE raid video game. Yep. Here we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Los migrantes ya le adelantaba que llegaron a Roblox.
ICE raids reach Roblox. There are games that simulate detentions. What is talking to me? Get to that later. All right. Well, let's keep going. We'll keep moving. Hundreds have turned out to the Rockland County, New York Legislature board meeting, where Democrats on the board have introduced a bill to make Rockland a sanctuary county and end cooperation with ICE. Dear God. Kash Patel assures the FBI will provide support to local authorities in the search for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Savannah Guthrie. Crazy stuff, man. So, hold on that. Didn't TMZ allegedly get a ransom note? Weird shit, dude. Like, what is even going on here?
Got something in our email that
He's like, is Savannah being threatened, like blackmailed for something? What the fuck is even, what is this?
looks like it's written like a ransom note for Savannah Guthrie's mother.
Like out of a movie.
Specific
And they're
requests
very
for certain amounts of money,
very specific.
Bitcoin.
Like with the newspaper letters like pieced together like that.
And also they say at the bottom there are certain things they're saying about what she was wearing and damage to the house.
Oh, that makes sense. I was thank you, VW 3. I was mishearing what he was. Homan kind of jumbles it, I guess, when he says it, but he was saying roadblocks, like blocks of roads that you drive down, not roadblocks, like the game. Roblox.
That they're clearly saying to verify that
it's us.
We know what we're talking about here.
So we've contacted the sheriff's department, and we want to get them this letter. We had a little trouble getting through to the right person, but the person we spoke with is now forwarding this to somebody in the detective bureau. So if my phone rings, I may have to stop and.
What's interesting is, there was just a news conference that just ended with the sheriff, and he was asked about, and we're going to do this segment in a few minutes, but he was asked about a ransom note, and he just said, we're following all leads.
Yeah, and this it's again, we don't know.
We don't know if
it's
this is legit, right.
if it's authentic or not. But they're when you read it, they're acting as if, yeah, only we would know these things,
right.
And we're serious. And there's a dollar demand and an or else in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we will let you know as this thing kind of develops.
Yeah. Weird stuff, dude. All right, let's hear this bit on Guthrie. Oh, never. This is like 13 minutes long. We'll skip it. Discusses Guthrie, the Charlie Kirk murder case on the Fulton County election case. Oh, and Epstein too, apparently.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were convinced that Epstein killed himself in jail. Today, 8 months after that, are you still convinced?
Yes.
100%?
Yes, sir.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were convinced that Epstein killed himself in jail. Today, 8 months after that, are you still convinced?
Yes.
100%?
Yes, sir.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were...
More from Patel on Fulton County. Okay.
From the FBI perspective and our partners at DOJ, we did the same thing there we do in any criminal case or investigation. We collected evidence. We presented that evidence to a federal magistrate judge who made a finding of probable cause and said, here's your search warrant, here are the parameters of that search warrant. And what you saw play out last week was the execution of that search warrant, just like we would do anywhere else. The target of that search warrant was a warehouse down in Fulton County. Federal agents from the FBI went down there and followed the parameters of the search warrant and secured the evidence. And from there, we maintained the chain of custody and do what we always do, which is to follow the evidence. But the problem, from the FBI perspective and our partners at DOJ, we did the same thing there we do in any criminal case or investigation. We collected evidence. We presented that.
Okay. More. Let's see. This is on the Butler incident.
Provide support.
All right, well, let me take you to a different shooter, and that is the Butler shooter. I asked you about this at Quantico. Take a listen. Will we know a lot more about him? Is there more to know?
I don't know that there's more to know, but you're going to know everything we know. And we don't feel that the American people have been given the information they need on that. And we're digging through the files, and we're getting them a more robust picture of what happened.
So that was May 2025.
So where's it
And
at?
I don't think we, the public, have a more robust picture of.
If anything, it's less at this point. I mean, I ain't hating. I know it's tough. The mess that they have to get into there to clean up, to even get at the goods, but we were promised some goods, man. I'd like to get them.
Well, I think that's an unfair supposition. We, the FBI, have put out all the information that we possibly and legally can while protecting any ongoing matters that are unrelated.
But he's dead.
Well, yes, he's very much dead. But at the same time, Brett, we at the FBI have to follow the parameters of our investigation and what the law allows us to release.
I get it, but
Can you spell that out a little? I don't know. Just something we can actually understand.
You know, what were the cell phones? Why?
Something that makes even a little bit of sense.
Why don't we know who he was talking to? You know, what exactly happened? I feel like we haven't gotten the whole picture about Butler even now.
But here's the thing.
It's true.
Brett, we can provide, and just an example here, we've provided 40,000 pages of documents to Congress. That's a 400% increase from the prior two directors. We will continue to provide this information with our partners on Capitol Hill when we are legally able. It's never going to be enough for everyone. It's never going to be enough. But what we are saying is, we're not saying trust us. We're saying we did an exhaustive search of that. We presented that information to the Department of Justice, and a decision was made on what to release.
Yeah, but okay. You said we put out everything we could. Do you think that everything's been put out about Eric Crumps, the shooter, alleged shooter? In
Everything, whether it's Epstein or Charlie Kirk or whether it's this shooter in Butler, we always put out what the law permits us to put out.
Well, all right. Guess we'll just have to take your word for it. Anyway, 8 more federal prosecutors leaving U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota. Told you. We're working on it. They've been working on it. 8 more federal prosecutors in Minnesota in the process leaving. Exit comes after 6 prosecutors, including Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson, recently departed due to mounting pressure. There it is, from the DOJ. To investigate Renee Good's widow. Told you guys, man. This is the main wall that they're fighting. U.S. attorneys being shitheads more than any other, except for maybe the judges. But even that's the judge thing can be handled. It just takes a while, right? You got to kick it through the court system and get it someplace eventually where you're going to be treated properly. This is a different story. Like, other than getting them to leave, there really isn't a way around them shitting up the system. This is why it's like their main concern right now. I don't know how much of that is publicized at all in terms of what they talk about, but I can definitely tell you behind the scenes they are very concerned with the U.S. attorneys, like the entrenched machine that is the U.S. attorneys, the people that just walk in lockstep with them, you know. Good to see them actually taking care of it. See some public action. Finally,
All right, well,
finally. Been hearing about it behind the scenes for forever, that they are working on that, and sure enough, here we go. Holman, I would implore the governor and the AG and the mayor to ask for calm. Best of luck with that.
I would implore the governor and the AG and the mayor and other political officials to urge in the most strong and urgent way to ask for calm in the community and to end the resistance, the impediment, the interference, again, protest. But stop impeding, stop interfering, stop violating the law. because we will arrest you. I would implore the governor and the AG and the mayor and other political officials to urge in the most strong and urgent way to ask for calm in the community and to end the resistance, the impediment, the interference, again, protest. But stop impeding, stop interfering, stop violating the law, because we will arrest you. I would implore the governor and the AG and the mayor and other political officials to urge in the most strong and urgent way to ask for calm in the community and to end the resistance, the impediment, the interference, again, protest. But stop impeding, stop interfering, stop violating the law.
Yeah, good luck. Sorry. Oh, did it loop? My bad. I'm dealing with stuff on the laptop over there. Messages. Okay. I'd like to thank the men and women of ICE, Border Patrol, and other federal agencies. Well, we can skip that. We've taken a lot of bad people off the street. Everybody should be grateful for that. And yet they're not. According to Chinese state media, Xi and Trump have held a phone call. Okay. Cool. I'd like to thank the president for his steadfast leadership. I've worked for 6 presidents. When it comes to public safety and border security, no one's done it better than President Trump. I believe it. Thanking the sheriffs, the governor, and the AG. I think we're in a lot better of a place than we've ever been in. We've never had this kind of cooperation at this level, and I'm not leaving until we get it all done. That's great.
Home station enforce immigration laws in those areas.
Oops. We've got special agents on detail here doing the fraud investigation. Let's hear. Oh, that's a short one. Doing the fraud investigation. They're not going anywhere. They're going to finish their job. Good. It needs to be handled publicly. Very. Taking questions here.
With everything that you've mentioned here right now, do you think this operation was a success here in Minnesota?
Yeah, I think I just listed a bunch of people we took off the streets of the Twin Cities. So I think it was very effective as far as public safety goes. Was it a perfect operation? No. And I just told you, we created one unified chain of command, make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure we're deconflicting targets, and making sure we follow the rules. Now, I'm not saying anybody, I don't think anybody purposely didn't do something they should have done. I'm saying that I brought a different set of eyes on this. I've done this for a long time. We made this operation more streamlined, and we established a unified chain of command, so everybody knows what everybody is doing. And not that it wasn't current before, but we approved upon that. So in target enforcement operations, we go out there. There needs to be a plan, and I want to make sure everybody has a plan. But I'm not going to sit and point a finger at anybody that they failed. It was a great operation. We took a lot of public safety threats off. I have directed target enforcement operations, and we'll hold our officers to the highest standards. These are professionals. Again, these. I wish every one of you could put that gun on your hip, put that Kevlar vest on, go out there and put up what they put up with. Considering the hate, the rhetoric, the attacks, I think they performed remarkably, and I'm proud of them. We came here, President Trump sent me here. I didn't ask to come here. President Trump sent me here to help de-escalate what was going on. We're not surrendering our mission. We're not walking away from our mission. We're just making this more effective and more smart This is smart law enforcement. Smart law enforcement makes it safer. I haven't.
Keep hearing it and hearing it.
I keep hearing it and hearing it and
I don't know what.
hearing it. We're not surrendering the president's mission on a mass deportation operation. If you're in the country illegally.
Oh, so they're claiming that this is like a surrender or something?
If we find you, we'll deport you. But this is.
That's funny.
Call the chief of police. When I was away to wear the Roblox yesterday, I called the chief of police.
The Roblox. he was out at the Roblox.
And he went and disbanded them after I got off the phone with him. He has promised to take enforcement action. It's illegal. You can't do that. And again, a message to those folks. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You really think you're going to stop an ICE and CBP from doing the job? It's a joke. Only people you're hurting is your own community who wants to go and get groceries, pick up the dry cleaning, or go to work, whatever. You're just hindering them. Stop.
Ah, yes, Ed Martin. I meant to mention this the other day. Ed Martin is out as weaponization czar. Still in as pardon attorney, though. Let's see what they got to say here.
Ed Martin's not going anywhere. I just spoke to him, and
Yeah, he's not.
And he's got the president's full backing. Don't listen to any of the noise. The reason why he has the president's backing is because he is loyal to the agenda that got President Trump into the White House.
Yes, he is.
You know, we have worked so closely with him out of the Oversight Project on the things that I think the base expected to be delivered, whether it was the pardons of the contingent electors that, you know, in the state cases, which, by the way, DOJ still needs to take some steps to take care of those people, or if it was raiding in D.C. when he was picked as, you know, the U.S. attorney and then taken out by Senator Tom Tillis, who no longer will be a senator pretty soon. And
Yep, dirtbag, that fucking scumbag.
is the bleeding edge and the voice of the base, and he's not going anywhere. The eagle is going to stay soaring.
Mike Howell's a good guy. Oh, Mike. U.S. says it has returned to Venezuela all $500 million of initial oil sale. J.D. Vance delivering remarks at Critical Minerals whatever, something. Here's Macro Rubio.
My good friend and a very excellent person who's doing an incredible job in the role he's playing in this administration, the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Well, good morning, everybody, and
In this administration, the Vice President of the
VP to world leaders on the importance of secure critical mineral supply chain.
let me just say a few things about what we're doing and why this matters. So,
It does.
I remember after our very wildly successful military operation in Venezuela, the President of the United States was talking with me and Marco and some of the other senior members of the cabinet, and he was talking just about how important it was that we ensured that the global economy had access to oil and gas many years in the future. And that, of course, is one of the reasons why we're interested in Venezuela, is because it has such a critical importance in this all-important resource called oil. And as much as we talk about the modern economy, the digital economy, the high-tech economy, the president said something that was very, very important and I think should inform a lot of how we think about future growth, which is that as much as data centers and technology and all of these incredible things that we're all working on matter, fundamentally, you still have an economy that runs on real things. And there is no realer thing than oil. And I would add to that, there's no realer thing than critical minerals. And I think a lot of us have learned the hard way, in some ways, over the last year, how much our economies depend on these critical minerals. So every man and woman, I believe, in this room understands what we're confronting together today. And I say together, and that is very much something that is at the heart of Secretary Rubio's initiative, and as he said, at the heart of what we're trying to do all across the administration, is recognize that this is something where our alliances and our friendships can really help one another. We're all on the same team. We're all rowing in the same direction. I believe that in this room, we have close to 2/3 of the world's GDP represented, and so we have the capacity to make ourselves more independent, more self-reliant, and that's what we should be doing.
Okay.
The international market for critical minerals is failing. It's failing to create domestic markets or dignified jobs for our labor forces, and it's failing to keep our nation safe. Supply chains remain brittle and exceptionally concentrated. Asset and commodity prices are persistently depressed, driven downward by forces beyond any individual country's control. Now, how many times cumulatively have one of us or many of us in this room heard some variation of the story that I'm about to tell? A lithium mine, a gallium recovery center, you name it, is announced, sometimes with years in planning and financing nearly in place. Then overnight, foreign supply floods the market, the prices collapse, and investors pull out. The project stalls, and eventually the project dies on the vine. We've all seen it firsthand in all of our countries. And the result is a global market where consistent investment is nearly impossible, and it will stay that way so long as prices are erratic and unpredictable. And that's one of the things that we want to work on with this initiative. Let's make the prices more predictable and less erratic so that we can support the domestic supply chains and the investment that makes those supply chains possible.
Thing.
We want members to form a trading bloc among allies and partners, one that guarantees American access to American industrial might while also expanding production across the entire zone. The benefits will be immediate and durable. Regardless of how much material flows into the global market, prices within the preferential trade zone will remain consistent. Over time, our goal within that zone is to create diverse centers of production, stable investment conditions, and supply chains that are immune to the kind of external disruptions that we've already talked about. For those of you who join, we offer you a necessary foundation for private financing and secure access to the critical mineral supplies your nation would require in an emergency or some other contingency. By regulating imports to preserve free and fair competition within the preferential trading zone, we will elevate our nation's miners and refiners, our investors and our producers alike. We are all on the same team, and we need to create the economic incentives that reward people for investing and building in our countries. Membership will be vital for developing economies seeking to expand mining capacity. And it'll be just as important for the advanced economies that rely on these materials to sustain their advanced industries, to sustain their growth and security.
Okay. Scott Bessent destroys Maxine Waters. Sign me up. Let's hear it.
I believe the ranking member does not understand the definition of generalized inflation versus one-time price increases. I would also note that housing, especially for working Americans, a Wharton study has shown that the mass unfettered immigration, adding 10 to 20 million new people demanding housing, Congresswoman, is what caused a great deal of housing inflation for working Americans. So you and the Biden administration should be ashamed.
Which is also why we are seeing rents. There was just a recent media story on this. Rents are going down partially because of that enforcement. So Mr. Secretary.
Yes, supply and demand continues to work. I believe the ranking member does not understand the definition of generalized inflation versus one-time price increases. I would also note that housing, especially for working Americans, a Wharton study has shown that the mass unfettered immigration, adding 10 to 20 million new people demanding housing, Congresswoman, is what caused a great deal of housing inflation for working Americans. So you and the Biden administration should be ashamed.
Which is also why we are seeing rents. There was just a recent
Oh my gosh.
media story on this. Rents are going down partially because of that enforcement. So Mr. Secretary.
Yes, it is supply and demand continues to work.
I've got.
Charlie Kirk-backed Kentucky Senate candidate Nate Morris surging in race to replace Mitch McConnell. Thank God. Please bring that on yesterday. Good God. Sick of that asshole. Seen him in D.C. Spent actually a fair amount of time, like right down the street from his house. He has security out there like all the time, just parked on their corner. Mitch McConnell, hospitalized after experiencing flu-like symptoms over the weekend. Guy has been on death's door for like 5-6 years. Let's see. Oh, I mentioned Ed Martin. Steve Bannon says there's a video from O'Keefe saying that there will never be arrests, court cases, or perp walks for the Somalians. Maybe the guy is wrong or disgruntled. Oh, he's wrong. I can promise you that he's wrong. I can tell you for sure that he's wrong. The FBI has encountered it. O'Keefe, Ed Martin, and Bavino all have big MAGA followings. If there's truly unprecedented cooperation, organize the message and show it.
People that come from out yesterday from O'Keefe. Now, people at FBI are saying, hey, these are disgruntled guys, etc. But there's a guy in O'Keefe's tape that says there's never going to be an arrest on the Somalians. There's never going to be court cases. They're never going to get perp walked. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe he's disgruntled. But I certainly haven't seen FBI come out and counter that. Now, maybe they don't think it's enough to counter. I would strongly recommend James O'Keefe has a big following. Ed Martin has a big following. These are people that come from MAGA. These are people that MAGA support. Bovino has a big following. I think there has to be an organization of this message and continue to tell us that there's unprecedented cooperation.
So what? I don't know what the context of mentioning Ed is. Let me see if I can find some more on this. Okay.
People, Ed Martin. And look, I don't know what's going on. Ed Martin is a great warrior. He was supposed to be, when he left the D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office, when Judge Janine came in, when she got confirmed, Ed went over to Main Justice to head up the weaponization of government, of which he was handpicked by this guy named, let me remember, Donald J. Trump, who happens to be President of the United States, who could not think more highly of Ed back from the time of, in 15 and 16, when Phyllis Schlafly endorsed President Trump.
Yep, Ed has worked for, he worked for Schlafly for 30 years. I wonder if you can find this photo of him. Let me see. Hey, there it is. It is on the internet. Look at that. Yeah, he was, it's got a long history. Back in 97, had dinner with Pope John Paul II. As, I think, part of his work with the Schlafly Eagles. Yeah, he worked for her for a long time.
And Ed Martin has been a warrior since then. He's one of the toughest hombres I've ever met. And now there's a Washington Post story that says today that Ed Martin is out of Main Justice. He's off of not heading the weaponization, but he's not even on the weaponization working group. I don't know how that happened. And he's now doing pardons full time and there's this discussion.
I'm going to see what I can find out on that. What happened?
He may go over to the White House in a senior position.
Wait,
I'd rather. I don't know how that happened, and he's now doing pardons full time and there's this discussion he may go over to the White House in a senior position. I'd rather have him at Main Justice on weaponization. I think it's good for the country. This guy's a total warrior.
That's a tough one, actually.
If not,
I mean, obviously, they're only moving him out because they're going to put him somewhere else. Okay. I wish I could say where that is. But regarding whether it'd be better at Justice or at the White House, I kind of agree with Bannon. He should be at Justice. But who knows what the future will bring? Who knows? We'll see.
please, we got to keep him in the White House in a senior position. Ed Martin, the reason after the
he'd kick ass at the White House too. Totally fine with that.
People like Ed Martin is because Ed Martin is a fighter. Tulsi Gabbard's a fighter. They single out and target the people that are the biggest fighters. And so we're gonna delve into this more, but it just broke today. We heard there were some rumblings over there. But Ed Martin is supposedly, according to the media, he's out of Main Justice. He's off the weaponization. Not
just weaponization, not pardon.
Simply heading it.
He's got more work to do in pardon.
Off any work in the weaponization of government committee. And he's now doing pardons, which is fantastic, but he's got a lot more capacity than that. And we've got Ed's back, and we're going to figure out or find out exactly what's going on. If he goes over to the White House in a senior position, that's fantastic.
Has Ed piped up yet? Just as usual, yeah. Oh, he did post this. Yeah, that was the last thing he posted, I think, before all this broke. Can't stop fighting. Definitions of lawfare and weaponization. I guarantee you he's not done with that. He is the guy that you want working on this stuff. All right, what's next? I've just completed an excellent telephone conversation with President Xi of China, Trump says. It was a long and thorough call where many important subjects were discussed, including trade, military, the April trip that I will be making to China, which I very much look forward to, Taiwan, the war between Russia and Ukraine, the current situation with Iran, purchase of oil and gas by China from the United States, the consideration by China of the purchase of additional agricultural products, including lifting the soybean count to 20 million tons for the current season. They've committed to 25 million for the next season. Airplane engine deliveries and numerous other subjects, all very positive. The relationship with China and my personal relationship with President Xi is an extremely good one, and we both realize how important it is to keep it that way. I believe that there will be many positive results achieved over the next 3 years of my presidency having to do with President Xi and the People's Republic of China. Interesting. Okay. Wonder what that could mean. Fulton County, Georgia officials file a court motion to take back the ballot seized by the FBI. Turds.
The Fulton County, Georgia election office. That search is said to be related to the 2020 election. Correspondent David Spunt has details tonight. Good evening, David.
Brett, good evening. FBI agents are still on site at the records warehouse for the Fulton County, Georgia Board of Elections. The matter is sealed before a court, meaning details are limited, but we can report this is related to the 2020 presidential election. Sources tell Fox News that agents retrieved documents, phones, and computers after a judge signed a warrant. President Trump has long made Georgia, and specifically Fulton County, a target of his complaints relating to the 2020 election. Shortly after that election, Trump spoke to Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, and said he needed 11,780 votes to win the state. At the time, Raffensperger said he felt pressure from Trump and denied any widespread election fraud. He continues to deny it to this day. Now, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis brought state criminal charges against then former President Trump and others in 2023 for conspiracy to overturn the election. But her prosecution, Brett, was eventually derailed completely after it was revealed she had an intimate relationship with the top prosecutor on her team, and it could have tainted the case. Late last year, a judge dismissed the case in its entirety. Now, Brett, last month, the Justice Department sued Fulton County, Georgia, seeking access to 2020 voting records after state officials allegedly failed to respond to a subpoena. Fox News has learned the head of the FBI's Atlanta field office was recently forced out in recent days, but it's unclear, Brett, if this is all related.
Scott Besson just set off a Democrat congressman who's screaming at him incoherently. Oh my God.
Serious question and a serious issue for the financial services industry, especially as the Secretary of the Treasury. Well, that's an important. No, this is my time. I haven't asked any more questions. I haven't asked you any more questions.
It's the gentleman from Massachusetts.
I'm trying to get to my next question.
Could you speak a little louder? I can't hear you.
Yeah, okay. I might.
Mr. Secretary, let Mr. Lynch proceed with his time. Put 4 seconds back on the clock, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Lynch.
Rubio says any Russia nuclear deal should include China as New START expires. Good. "29-year-old Afghan national Ramanullah Lakhanwal," oh yeah, that guy, is set to be arraigned today after he shot Army.
Capital is set to be arraigned this morning.
Oh yeah, the two in D.C. That's right. I remember this.
The suspect is charged with first-degree murder and several counts of assault with intent to kill. U.S. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was killed on November 26th as a result.
The other guy survived, right? He's recovered.
Of the shooting, while Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf was severely injured.
Right.
Attack
in the head, I think. Right. It's crazy. DOJ plans to seek death penalty for the guy. Good. Professional protesters getting off the bus to protest ICE at a Target in Boston. Here we go. This must be that same lady covering this stuff.
Okay, people, here's
Yep, good for her. This lady's fantastic.
the proof they're busting them in, you see? See that bus?
San Francisco, local 39.
San Francisco. Oh, shit. She got him to admit it. San Francisco. A freaking union. Local 39.
New Jersey District. Jersey, wow, awesome. Nice. They got hats over there for free, for sale and signs for free.
Unbelievable, man. From literally the other side of the fucking country.
See? They're busting them in from all over, dude. I told you guys, nobody wants to believe me. Nobody wants to believe me. See what I'm saying? But look. I'll show you later, but I was filming me, sir, but thank you. You're handsome.
He's hilarious. Who is this gal?
Handsome guy, big, strong guy. Got a lady here, too. Lady officer, thank you. Okay, people.
Who is this gal, man? She's fantastic. Laura Simpson on Facebook. Hey, there she is. You're going to get a follow just because you're great. You are awesome. Anti-ICE in Minnesota still actively harassing churchgoers. You're shitting me. Here we go again.
Church is telling Fox News the harassment of the people who attend the church, the worshipers, is still happening.
This is old video, but
just the safety and the peace and the joy that we were feeling in the church in our worship of Jesus Christ, going out and seeing people who are like spewing hatred towards us. And it made me feel sad for them. I would imagine that next Sunday, there's going to be a very similar presence. I don't know when it's going to end.
Religious freedom in this country, is it under threat? The church is telling Fox News the harassment of the people who attend the church, the worshipers, is still happening.
Insane. Conspiring to disrupt worship violates the Klan Act with K and the FACE Act, protections for houses of worship.
The Klan Act provision that applies here punishes a conspiracy against rights, and that includes the First Amendment right of freedom of worship. And so in addition to the FACE Act, which protects houses of worship and prevents people from doing exactly what you have shown on camera, the conspiracy to do that amongst multiple people that we saw on camera, thanks to the commentary put out there by Don Lemon in his live stream. There are people meeting beforehand. There are people turning off cameras to conceal what they're about to do. There are two phases of this attack on this church as described in the unsealed indictment. First, people went in kind of incognito and sat down in the pews. And then when the more aggressive people came in with the cameras, including Don Lemon, the ringleaders, if you will, these other people popped up and caused terror and chaos right there in the pews. And so this is all planned. It is multi-stage. It probably took days or weeks to put together. And all of that is a violation of this federal law. And we intend to find all of the conspirators and all of the participants and charge them appropriately. And there may be other charges that are following as well.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Washington Post columnist Sally Quinn says, their staff is totally demoralized after another round of brutal layoffs. Aw. You're like a ridiculously tiny violin playing somewhere.
Sally, what is your reaction to these layoffs?
I think the only word I can say is grief. Everybody's in a state of grief. It's really like in the last year, it's just been one funeral after the other. We've had nothing but going away parties, people being laid off, people taking the buyout, people just quitting. And it's just tragic what's happening to the Washington.
Are you really admitting to being outdated dinosaurs? People are just dying, like literally dying off.
Post and
that's not surprising.
There's nobody who doesn't feel that way. It's not just me. It's not just the people at the Post, but it's everybody in journalism. My colleagues at the New York Times are just as upset as anybody because they don't
Here's an idea. GTFO.
want to see
Go away.
journalism dying, and they certainly don't want to see the
Make way. Make way for the next generation. Come on. Sick of your bullshit at that stupid rag.
Washington Post dying. The Washington Post is an institution, just like the New York Times.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was until you guys ran it into the ground and then shat on the remains.
And the idea of having the paper just wither away is just so sad.
Yeah, I wonder who there could be to blame for that. Yeah. Oh, nice. Ford. What's Ford up to? Ford is on the ground in Minnesota.
Everybody's trying to media. We're all media.
Eyes! Eyes! Eyes!
Yo.
rabid animals. ICE agents pull handguns and arrest observers. Yeah.
Hey, I need you to back up. You need to back up. Stay safe. They're pointing
Oh, yeah, it's people who've been tailing them, following them, surveilling.
handguns at the drivers in the vehicle right now. Get out. Hey, get back. You guys need to stay back. You can record, but you gotta be back. Get out. Hey, open your fucking door. I need you to back up a little bit more. Hey, get back. Hey, get the fuck back. Back. Hey, no, don't get on the road. Stay back over here. Okay. You guys can take pictures, you just need to stay back. I see your press, you're good.
Checking for ID. That's fine. I see you. I recognize you. Push your creds down. You're fine. If you got creds, pull them out. I got you.
Thank you.
Legitimate, please. Or for AD. Okay. A lot of fake ones out there. So you know, these guys were all threatening us yesterday with handguns. So take that as you may.
Couldn't make that one out.
Threatening you with handguns? Yeah.
Handguns, like threatening.
We know.
So.
Oh, you mean like with hand symbols?
Pulling them out, trying to engage us.
Pulling out literal guns?
No. Making. Assuming that we were going to do something. So. That's why they're.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I get what he's saying. Whoa. These people are literally trying to get shot at. They're trying to get shot at. That's what he's saying. He's saying that they're pretending to pull out guns that they don't have, like out of their, like concealed in their waistband when they're, in the vehicle here, within view of the officers, to try to scare them into engaging with actual guns. I've been saying this since the start, dude. They want this shit. They want people getting shot, and they're actually, that's what Jacob Preddy was. I guarantee you, man, they're, I don't know if the people themselves know it. Some of them may be just brain dead fucktards and might not be able to put two and two together. But they are absolutely training these people to try to get shot.
Being ID'd right now.
That is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Handguns, like threatening.
We know.
So.
Oh, you mean like with hand symbols?
Pulling them out, trying to engage us.
Pulling out literal guns?
No. Making. Assuming that we were going to do something. So.
Wow.
That's why they're being ID'd right now.
By they're being ID'd. That is nuts, dude. They're trying to provoke officers into engaging with guns, into shooting, so that it can then be plastered all over the news. Just like, I guarantee that's what every one of these incidents has been. Same shit. This is beyond crazy.
I mean, to turn into this parking lot?
Yes. A second joke evasive.
Wonder if they know.
I'm filming.
They're smiling and laughing.
Yeah, they're laughing.
That's hilarious. Bill and Hillary Clinton set to be deposed by James Comer and the Oversight Committee separately.
Bill and Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify before the House Oversight Committee. This is part of its investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. So the former first couple agreeing to appear under threat of contempt. They've been going back and forth for a couple weeks now. Here's the chairman of that committee, James Comer.
This will be their third day that we've given the Clintons and 3 strikes and you're out. The votes are there for contempt. I think there are Democrats that will vote to hold him in contempt if the Clintons miss this next date. So we're hopeful that they'll come in.
So now Hillary Clinton will testify on Wednesday, February 26th. The former president appears the next day on the 27th. As of now, we don't think it'll be public, but stay tuned. It could always change, I guess, right? It's the first time lawmakers have compelled a former president to testify. Bill and Hillary.
Definitely try to be there for that on the ground. Tom Homan just forced the Minneapolis chief of police to rip down all leftist and anti-ICE roadblocks where they stop vehicles and run plates through a database.
And it's shameful and incomprehensible to me that this unlawful and threatening behavior is being tolerated by anyone. As far as what I saw yesterday with the roadblocks being set up.
Roadblocks.
You're not.
Tim Walz. Okay, Coach Tim says what? They're taking children from Minnesota and locking them up like criminals in detention camps in Texas. That's almost like they don't belong here and should go home with their families. For the love of God, send our kids home. Oh, you mean to their home country? Where they belong? And bring an end to this nightmare. Indeed, Tim, I agree. Get them out. Anti-fraud task force targeting California will be led by J.D. Vance, according to CBS News. Oh boy. That's interesting. What is this? Justice Department review found Trump ally Ed Martin, the hit pieces continue, improperly leaked grand jury material in probe of president's foes. Okay, what are they claiming here? A Justice Department review found Ed improperly handled grand jury materials that were part of an investigation targeting Trump's political enemies. Which ones? What? Schiff and, yeah, of course, Schiff and Letitia. It was at least part of the reason Martin was pushed out of DOJ headquarters earlier this year. Review overseen by Todd Blanche focused on whether grand jury materials gathered in the department's mortgage fraud inquiries into Democratic Senator Adam Schiff and New York Attorney General Letitia James had been illegally shared with people not authorized to possess that information. Interesting. What is he alleged to have shared? The department found that Martin had shared the secret grand jury material in the Schiff case. One of the sources said, the person said Martin initially denied sharing the material with unauthorized people when asked by department leaders, but emails soon surfaced showing Martin had in fact shared the grand jury material. Second person told CNN a finding of misconduct gave the Deputy Attorney General a reason to further ostracize Martin. Martin was removed as head of weaponization working group and relocated out of department headquarters to a building across the town that houses the pardon attorney. Weird. Man has been arrested by the FBI for doxing and threatening a federal agent and his child using info stolen from a government vehicle in Minneapolis. Yeah, that vehicle. Whoa.
A man has been arrested and charged with doxing and threatening an FBI agent and his child using information that was stolen from a government vehicle.
Wow.
During an anti-ICE protest in Minneapolis. Garrett Tenney, what happened?
Yeah, well, Dana, folks at home will remember these images of protesters breaking into several FBI vehicles a couple of weeks ago in Minneapolis after agents who were trying to investigate the shooting of an illegal immigrant were forced to evacuate the area for their own safety. Inside those cars, protesters found documents that they posted online, including rosters with FBI employees' phone numbers, email addresses, home addresses, and driver's license. According to court records, within a day, 10 to 15 FBI agents and employees started getting threatening phone calls, emails, texts, and even suspicious drive-bys at their home addresses. One agent had around 23 different people contact him with messages like this: "I know where your mom lives, bro, and your dad, and your kids, buddy. Get home safe and fast." And then this email: "We'll see how tough you are when I firebomb," and then included a specific address tied to the agent in Cincinnati, Ohio. But it didn't stop there. They also tracked down one FBI special agent's child on Facebook and sent them this message: "How does it feel to be the child of your dad's info leaked on?"
Wow, they're apparently retarded.
Online. And I find it incredibly embarrassing that he's FBI, but so much is available about him and his family. Investigators traced several of those threatening messages to a man named Jose Ramirez, who lives outside Chicago in Schaumburg, Illinois. And according to the criminal complaint, has a criminal history that includes domestic battery, burglary, and mob action.
Oh, wow.
He's now charged with doxing and threatening an FBI agent. Dana?
Wow. Crazy. Minneapolis PD begs local terrorists to clear the blockade for fire trucks and EMS. Terrorists refuse because ICE is illegally using fake license plates. Apparently.
The community, and we're talking about making sure. You guys talking to me, right? So, what can we do to hurry this up? Because we have fire trucks and ambulances that.
What can we do? I don't know. You can crack their skulls and move the shit out of the road. How about that?
I need to get through here.
They can come
and
through here.
You're talking about the community, and we're talking about making sure that your neighbors can get access to emergency services.
City buses have been easily passing, so I suspect.
And we're all here. When they come, we'll move it for them, you know? Frankly, you're the
Out come the billy clubs. Hello, come on. Any moment now.
one blocking it right now.
Well, maybe at least some pepper spray. I don't know. Something? Are you just going to beg them?
You're driving with swapped plates on their cars.
Pretty please, guys. Will you please move your shit? Lord. Rep. Dan Goldman. House Republicans just enabled ICE to continue their lawlessness for another 10 days. Oh, boo-hoo. Mark Kelly crying too. I just left the court. Today's hearing was not just for my constitutional rights. Oh yeah, his stupid bullshit. What an idiot. Hegseth has censured me and is trying to demote me for the things I said for doing my job as senator. Please. Court sets arraignment date for Don Lemon on February 13th, 1 p.m. U.S. District Court in Minnesota. Tom Lamas. His name is Mr. Lamas. You think he owns any llamas? I like llamas. Interviews President Trump tonight. Should be out right now on NBC. What kind of noise does a llama make? They sound like probably funny, but it's a funny noise. You laughing at me talking about llamas? Yeah, I'm silly. I'm silly daddy. Are you laughing at the baby over there, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought they would sound like. Yeah. She's so silly. U.S. Supreme Court upholds California's pro-Democrat 2026 gerrymandering map that would add as many as +5 blue seats for the midterms. It has also upheld Texas. U.S. Supreme Court will not take up challenge to Governor Newsom's redistricting efforts in California. What? Ay, ay, ay. 700 officers leaving Minneapolis. Did that come from you? This is some of the first clips out of this interview. Let's see them.
That big change on immigration, 700 officers leaving Minneapolis. Did that come from you?
Yes, it did. But it didn't come from me because I just wanted to do it. We are waiting for them to release prisoners, give us the murderers that they're holding, and all of the bad people, drug dealers, all of the bad people. We allowed in our country, I say 25 million people with an open border policy for 4 years under Biden and that group, the AutoPen group, I call them. We allowed to come into our country people the likes of which no country would accept. And we're getting them out, but we've gotten a lot of them out. So crime now in Minnesota, crime now in Minneapolis is down. Crime in all cities is down. And you know why it's down? It's down because of us. It's down in Chicago by 25%, despite the fact that we are always dealing with these people, and they happen to be Democrats.
Right. Speaking of
that don't know anything about crime prevention.
That big change on immigration, 700 officers leaving Minneapolis. Did that come from you?
Yes, it did. But it didn't come from me because I just wanted.
Nancy Mace says we're calling for Bill Gates to testify under oath on his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Nice. In front of the Oversight Committee. We have a date. Or at least a date they expect a response yet? No. Okay, they're just announcing it. Attempted Trump assassin Ryan Ruth sentenced to life in prison plus 84 months by Judge Eileen Cannon. Abigail Spanberger, oh God, just ended the Virginia State Police's agreement with ICE. Here we go. Here we effing go, man. Great. Which allowed state law enforcement and the Department of Corrections to assist in arresting criminal illegal aliens. Before they even started. They haven't done shit here. They had how long? Months they could have been hauling these people out of here ahead of time. Damn it. Family of fallen Army Staff Sergeant Michael Aulis receives a call from President Trump telling them their son would posthumously receive the Medal of Honor. He was killed in Afghanistan 2013 when he shielded a Polish army officer from a suicide bomber. Wow. Chairman Loudermilk subpoenas T-Mobile for the communications records of Brian Cole Jr., who's alleged to have planted the pipe bombs at RNC and DNC, January 5, 2021. Oversight Committee hearing reveals the Somali community in Minnesota petitioning the state of Minnesota to make it harder to catch the fraud.
To be able to make sure, so you had the Somali community who on purpose was petitioning the state of Minnesota to lower the standards to be able to make sure that fraud could not be caught. Is that correct?
Well, they wanted to keep the standard clear and convincing, which makes it harder to disqualify people.
So it makes it harder for them to be disqualified from wasting taxpayer funds. Is that
absolutely
correct?
Yep. This citizen journalist Angela Rose visited the principal address of Est Crew Winery. Ilhan Omar's bullshit. This winery is co-owned by U.S. Rep of Minnesota, Ilhan Omar's husband, Timothy Minette. It seems to allegedly be a shell business used to launder funds. Here we were informed that 40-plus wineries operate out of this location and that Est Crew hasn't been a client for years. That's weird, considering in 2024, they made about $15,000, and in 2025, it exploded somehow up to $5 million. Yet they weren't producing any wine, apparently. By the way, no business license exists for Est Cru at this address. Other wineries here are properly licensed and producing.
Again, that is the address where Ilhan Omar's winery is. You can see that a different winery is here, Punch Down Cellars.
What does this note say?
E Street Cru does not make wine here. They were a client many years ago and have ceased operation. Their operating address is linked to this address like all other client wineries.
Wow, looks like a lot of people are showing up looking into this.
Because of state and federal filings.
Enough that they've got to put a sign on the door.
So I wonder what else they have to show for it. What do you think about that?
I think they're just trying to keep as much distance between them and their business and Ilhan Omar's as much as possible.
Yeah.
You guys just do a little more research before.
Well, yeah, that's what we're kind of doing right now.
Would you be so
But
kind
this
to
is,
tell us
do you know
about
what this place is?
No, that's why we came
It's a
down here.
custom crush place. A bunch of people use it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like renting instead of owning.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
so there's like about 40 of us in here
Okay.
making wine.
Yeah. It's
So-
we're just trying to like just figure out what is really going on. We see that
Next
you
time,
guys-
just call because there's nothing
But calling doesn't work
going on here. So.
with stuff like this all too often, my friend.
The pastor told us that Punch Down Cellars makes wine for 14 different.
They don't make wine.
Or crushes.
crush it and you hold it
We
for 'em?
no, we winemakers make wine in the same facility.
Oh, cool.
So-
Which because my family, we've been part of like members of like certain wineries and stuff. So is there like a high-end brand that you guys like hold for or anything like that?
No, I don't own the place.
Okay.
I'm just one of the winemakers
Okay,
here.
cool.
And there's a bunch of us
Yeah.
under one roof.
Awesome.
That's all.
Well,
it
what's
is.
your winery's name?
Well, I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
But it's not that one.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
He didn't really seem very happy.
No.
Do they have people coming to check this place out or something that they needed to put a sign on it?
Obviously.
I mean,
Probably.
I haven't noticed anybody
I would
else
imagine
online.
so because I mean that company's being sued, right?
Wow. Senate Majority Leader John Thune on the SAVE Act. The issue here is a very simple one. Should non-citizens be voting in American elections? The answer is no.
If that's true, then why wouldn't we want to put, honestly, the issue there really is a very simple one, and that is, should non-citizens be voting in American elections? The answer is no. And the Democrats have taken a hard position that it's okay. Now, the law already prevents that, but if that's true, then why wouldn't we want to put into law something that would require, when you go to vote, that you prove you are a United States citizen? And that's all the SAVE Act does. And so, you know, they can cry and lament this actually being voted on, but I'd be hard-pressed to have to defend a position that doesn't believe that you have to be an American citizen to vote in an American election.
Tom Lamas.
Words of
I don't know what kind of noise a llama makes.
support called Savannah.
Not really sure.
We also want to mention, after our interview off camera, the president called Savannah Guthrie and spoke to her, offering words of support for her and her family as they search for their mother. We also want the Supreme Leader in Iran be worried right now?
I would say he should be very worried, yeah. He should be. As you know, they're negotiating with us.
I know they are, but the protesters have said, you know, where are the Americans? You promised them we would have their back. Do we still have their back?
We've had their back, and look, that country's a mess right now because of us. We went in, we wiped out their nuclear.
So that's the question. If we wiped them
we
out,
have peace in the Middle East. If I didn't take out their nuclear, think of it. If we didn't take out that nuclear, we wouldn't have peace in the Middle East because the Arab countries could have never done that. They were very, very afraid of Iran. They're not afraid of Iran anymore. We wiped out those beautiful B-2 bombers. One's right over there. Those beautiful little models. Those beautiful B-2 bombers went in and they hit their target, every single bomb, and obliterated it. And because of that, they were going to have a nuclear weapon within 1 month. Within 1 month, they were going to have a nuclear weapon. That was a big threat. That they're not going to have it anymore.
But
Now,
if we obliterate
Iran is
it,
tough.
what's the deal about? I mean, if there's no more, are they trying to restart the nuclear
Well,
program?
I heard that they are, and if they do, and I let them know, if they do, we're going to send them right back and do their job again.
So your understanding is they tried to restart it, and that's why you're threatening force.
They tried to go back to the site. They weren't even able to get near it. There was total obliteration. But they were thinking about starting a new site in a different part of the country. We found out about it. I said, you do that, we're going to do very bad things to you.
Should this...
First Lady meets with freed American Israeli hostage Keith Siegel.
Of the hostages. Why do you feel it is appropriate to use an official White House event to promote your documentary? This is not promotion. We are here celebrating the release of the hostages of Aviva and Keith. They were in Washington, D.C. They called me. They said they would like to come over to thank me and to give hugs, and that's why we are here. It has nothing to do with promotion.
Why are they claiming it's something to do with the documentary? Like, what?
So I hope.
Has President Putin agreed to release any more Ukrainian children?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and we are in the process. So I hope we have success very soon.
Has Putin agreed to release any more Ukrainian children? The question was. Border Patrol detains, here we go, a Somali fraudster, while local TikTok lawyers scream about warrants and private property. Wah.
It's a business. You are not buying nothing. You need to go out, please. Go. This is a legislature. We're walking up here.
Private property.
Sir, who's the coach here? Who's the officer? Who's the big boss here?
Who's the big boss here? I'm the captain now.
Just back up, Liz. Do our job and we'll get out again. Okay?
You're on private property. You have a warrant?
Okay. But in the lot. How do you come in? How do you come in this lot?
It's private property.
How do you come in this lot? Are you paying for the money? Are you paying the rent?
Who's the
Are you buying
supervisor?
something?
Can I talk to a supervisor?
That's fine, just back up.
No, I just want to talk to a supervisor.
Yeah, we'll give you something right now. You can talk to the... You can call me.
Yeah, I need to talk to the supervisor.
And I'm going to need you to get the fuck out of my country. How about that?
You call the field office, the local field office.
I can't because I need a supervisor.
I need you to leave.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys.
Yes. How about you get the fuck out and then you can talk to the supervisor?
What's your phone number?
Sir, so much. Huh? Sir, я собесити. Sir, я месета.
Yeah, what is the visa? No, he's a U.S. citizen. Yeah, he showed you. No, I'm sorry. He's a U.S. citizen.
He's a U.S. citizen, and I want you to know that you are kidnapping a U.S. citizen. Please make sure that you take this side.
He just showed us.
Please make sure that he's a U.S. citizen.
No, he showed them. I was here. He showed them.
Don't sound like a citizen to me.
He showed them. Where are you taking it? Where are you taking it? He showed you. He's a U.S. citizen.
Bye-bye.
They took a U.S. citizen here from Sri Lanka.
God, your women are the worst. Look at this one.
They took a U.S. citizen here from Sri Lanka.
I don't even know. Obnoxious people. Obnoxious people. Worst. Melania Trump foster youth to Independence Initiative. With HUD, will support America's foster youth and provide them critical resources as they age out of the foster system. Mayors hold press conference at Minnesota Capitol to address fraud. What? Okay. How funny is this?
Tell you on behalf.
Come on now.
Banded together. Never before. I know. Hey, it wasn't us this time.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I want to thank my fellow
There you go.
mayors from across the state of Minnesota standing here together. Never before has this ever been done with this many mayors banded together
How? Wow.
to speak with one voice and advocate so forcefully on behalf of the people that we serve. What was once 8 mayors grew to 98 mayors, then 241 mayors, and today we are at 261 mayors that have signed this letter condemning fraud and fiscal responsibility. That alone
Oh, really? Wow. So they're not retarded?
should tell you the gravity of this moment. We are here today to address 2 issues that are actively harming every hardworking Minnesotan. Rampant fraud that continues to drain public trust and taxpayer dollars,
Nice. You're not dumb. Wow.
as well as the failed economic direction of our state.
Indeed.
From the very beginning, this letter I initiated, now 261 mayors strong, has been centered on one thing: the pocketbooks of hardworking Minnesotans. For far too long, our state legislature has advanced fiscal and social policies that take more from hardworking Minnesotans than they give back, hurt job providers, and suppresses growth. We see it every day. More money coming out of the paychecks, more taxes passed along onto families, and more unfunded mandates shifted onto cities and counties, and fewer resources that meet the basic needs. The burden keeps growing, and the state's appetite for spending shows no sign of warning. Minnesota is on a dangerous trajectory. We are spending at unstable levels, ignoring structural problems, and pushing costs downward until they land squarely on local governments and taxpayers. This is not a theoretical problem, it is real. Accelerating crisis that threatens the long-term financial stability of our state, our communities, and the services that Minnesotans rely on.
That's cool. It goes on for a good hour. So 260-something mayors in Minnesota. That's cool. Good. Actual Minnesotans trying to deal with the issue. Carlos Brown Jr., the repeat offender charged with first-degree murder of Irina Zarutska aboard Charlotte, North Carolina's light rail, was linked to early release under a 2021 COVID-era settlement approved during Democratic Governor Roy Cooper's administration.
North Carolina Republicans are making a bombshell allegation saying that the suspect in the murder of Ukrainian refugee aboard a Charlotte train was released under a COVID-era deal signed by former governor and current Senate candidate Democrat Roy Cooper. Now, Irina Zarutska, who you're looking at there, you'll remember this, was stabbed to death in a gruesome attack aboard a Charlotte light rail train last summer. The suspect charged was repeat offender DeCarlos Brown Jr., repeated his offenses quite a bit. We'll show you that in a moment. And now Republicans allege that he may have only been out on the streets due to Cooper. A new piece in Fox News Digital reads, Republican officials say records are raising urgent questions about whether DeCarlos Brown Jr., the parolee charged in the...
Oh, yeah, he got blood on his hands. Disgusting. Okay, we don't have that much left. Let's scroll up to the last minute stuff here. Interesting in there we skipped. It's interview with Megyn Kelly. Save Act.
They're starting to move in our...
Calling on the Senate to nuke the filibuster, pass the SAVE Act bill. New Epstein emails about top Goldman lawyers spark internal drama at the bank. Ooh. But that's happening in a lot of places right now. Trump admin bars non-citizens from small business loans. Should have been a day one thing, but I'll take today. Bongino shares a deadly serious warning for parents after what he witnessed at the FBI. Oh boy. Probably had to do with online video games and social media. Let's see.
I want you to pay very close attention to these 3 numbers.
764. There is a network of people out there, this what they call the 764 network inside the FBI. And folks, if you haven't heard about them, look them up. It's important because it involves the safety of our kids, but second, it involves another critical issue, which is surveillance and civil liberties. They're interconnected on this. This is a warning for parents. This group is disgusting. It is horrifying, the stuff they do. Matter of fact, we would get briefings at FBI headquarters, and our VCAC personnel, violent crimes against children, they would come in and they would brief us. And there's a big video screen in the conference room, like something you'd see like in a Netflix show. You know, it screens, because one of these videos played one time of what these 764 people are sending to your kids in chat rooms and elsewhere. Folks, you can't unsee it. It is the most freaking horrifying thing. I'm not even going to, like, animal torture. I promise I'm not going to describe it because you'll throw up. And one time one of these videos played, once that tortures your brain and tattoos in your skull, I don't know how these guys do it. What this network does is they find and hunt down your kids in these chat rooms for these online games and chat rooms elsewhere. Folks, you have to monitor this stuff. It is not a small network of people. It is an enormous group of people looking to do horrible things to your kids. They get your kids to cut themselves. They get the kids to get involved in sexual abuse, and it's self-mutilation. Every single demonic thing you can think encompasses this 764 network. I want you to...
Yep. 100%. Border wall being painted black in order to make it burn anyone who tries to climb it. Oh yeah. Trump came up with that. That's right. ICE agent tells loudmouth Lupe to keep her distance. And of course, loudmouth naturally shouts over him. Big mistake. Oh, fun.
Your eyes!
Oh, it's a Shaniqua. Here we go.
Out of my face! Out of my face! ¡Míralo, cobarde! ¡Cobarde! ¡Cobarde! ¡Perros malditos! ¡Perros malditos!
Oh my gosh.
¡Chinga tu madre! You call me all you want, bitch!
Chinga tu madre.
¡Quítale, quítale, puta fucking! ¡Quítala cara! You call me all you want, baby! That can't do nothing!
Welcome to the domestic terror database. Hilarious moment as VP Vance talks about how many jobs Marco Rubio has. They love making that joke. Never gets old. Plainclothes federal agents stake out courthouse in Minneapolis in what gathering protesters blowing whistles believe was an attempt to arrest someone leaving. Oh no. Doing what they're supposed to do. Oh. Oh, okay. I'll take it. Eric Schmidt erupting on Somali fraudsters.
People to get your way. And it's not 2020 anymore. The American people are over it. So what you're going to find is we are going to prosecute, and it has nothing to do with race. We're going to prosecute because fraud was committed on a level that is so offensive to this country. Your words that don't mean anything aren't going to stop what's coming. And I want you to take that back to George Soros and all these ridiculous funders you have to try to muddle the issue. Because justice is coming. And by the way, if I have it my way, we will denaturalize all these fraudsters and send them home. Mr. Chairman, I'm out of time.
Bare minimum. Every last one. Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitt's press conference. Oh, he's holding a press conference to try to cover his ass somehow. It'd be funny. This guy's such a fucking idiot.
Well, I'm told that. I mean, I've gotten I received a call on Monday before last Wednesday, before the raid, that there were going to be arrests in Georgia. Secretary of State, his deputy, Sterling, I believe his name is, me, and 2 or 3 others. That did not happen on Monday.
Oh, it's coming.
It didn't happen on Tuesday, but lo and behold, on Wednesday, the FBI shows up. And in addition to the FBI showing up, when Tulsi Gabbard showed up and we'd heard a rumor that she may be coming, I couldn't believe it. But I didn't meet her, didn't talk to her, but she was in fact there. So that leads me to believe, and any rational thinking person, that there's something sinister going on here. There's something bigger than just the FBI.
Oh, you mean like an international conspiracy to fuck our elections?
Confiscating the record.
Oh, you're talking about the FBI.
Records that they
investigating that. Okay.
took. So that's why I say that. But
that's funny. Fucking guy, man.
Nothing happened. Now, after the FBI raid on Wednesday, on Friday, I received another call. Actually, it was this Monday. Same source saying that you guys can't relax, even though the FBI has been there and they've confiscated the 700 boxes.
Oh, your day's
Arrests
coming.
are coming. So we'll have to watch this. Arrests are coming. Arrests are coming. Arrests are coming. Arrests are coming.
300+ former Justice Department attorneys asked Pambani to allow local investigators to probe Alex Pretty and Renee Good killings. Funny. And last up, Sir Keir Starmer will be forced to give files relating to Peter Mandelson's appointment as the UK's ambassador to the United States over to Parliament's Intelligence Committee after a rebellion by Labour MPs over all this Epstein business. Someone's in doo-doo.
The question is that Amendment A be made, since when an amendment to the amendment has been proposed as follows, that amendment at the end of the Amendment A, and which shall instead be referred to the Intelligence and Security Committee of Parliament, the question is the amendment be made and proposed amendment be made. As many of that opinion, say aye. Aye! Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Right. The question is that Amendment A, as amended, be made. As many of that opinion say aye. Aye! Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The question is that the motion, as amended, to be agreed to, as many of that opinion say aye. Aye!
Aye!
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The
Aye!
ayes have it. Right. That completes. Are you ready, Caroline? Right. Sorry, a point of order, Simon Horn.
Well, I can't understand a damn thing that happened there, but I guess they're going to force Starmer to give over some files. So that's cool. All right, well, that's it for me. I don't have any more. Miss Laura is in. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. Yeah.
That last video you played, though, I'm gonna tell you, that was a doozy. The horn blowing and the lady screaming. I was like, good grief, I couldn't get my headphones turned down fast enough.
Easy.
Give you a migraine.
Yep. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I will let you get to it. I'm going to go get some shopping done before the stores close here. Need some groceries.
Well, drive safe.
Yeah, I will.
Be careful out there.
Yep.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, have a good show.
Thank you, hon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
All right, guys. That's it. No mas from me. No more. I'm going to go... Well, you know, I'm going to play around at Counter-Strike. That's what I'm going to do. You know what? We can do that. We'll do that together. We're going to play around at Counter-Strike. We'll wind down. And then I'm going to go to the store. I haven't done this in so long. So much fun. We can go kill some terrorists, you guys. Oh my goodness. They have to download now. Kind of update? Weird. Dooby dooby doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Come on now. There's my game. Uh-oh. Guess we got to switch my monitor here. This thing. Yeah, buddy. Heck. Okay, let's do it. Play. Play against some bots. Nice. The old classic. Center. Go. Yeah. All right. Let's kill some terrorists. Crap out of my way.
Move it.
Woo! Yeah, I grew up playing this game. The old version, anyway. It really hasn't changed much.
Spotted the bomb carrier. I'm getting pounded here. I need help. One less.
Nailed that guy in the face. Oh, oh! Got him! Ha! I love this game so much, man. Brings me such joy. Forgot how much, really. Come on. Oh, I see you. Oh, come on. Nailed him! Right in the face. I don't even know if I have anyone still watching. See. How do I stream there? There it is. Oh, we got 35 hanging out. That's cool. That's good.
Shoot everything that moves.
Yeah. Cool. Give me the big gun. There we are. Oh.
Need help.
Bad bitch. Oh. Ah, boy.
Up the friendly fire.
Nailed him. Ah. Really forgot how much fun this is. Love this. Mindless bullshit.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh no, the bomb! Where'd they plant it? Shit. B. Oof!
We got them all.
Defuse it, retard! What are you doing? Dead. Oh god. Come on.
Counter-terrorists win. We're really laying into them.
Man, I miss this. I mean, like find some new games.
Move!
Good way to blow off some steam.
Watch out.
I've lacked that
Holding here. Open flash.
a good while. Nice to zone out and have some fun. Kill some keys. Oh, I saw you, bitch. Come here. Come here.
I'll make it 3 to go. I've still got one out there.
Nope. Dang, where's this asshole at?
Check in.
Oh, how do I do that? How do I do the voice shit?
I'm ready.
Oh, there he is.
Counter-terrorists win. We took the piss out of them.
Alright. I need to play against some real people. Bots are boring. Fuck.
We are out of here. Correct. Waiting here.
The other one. Oh shit.
Bomb has been planted.
Bastards.
Roger, bomb's ticking down. Hey, son.
Oh, you stupid! Oh god! Oh no! Shit! Oh well. Oh come on, man! There you go.
Only one. Well, lads, it's just us and the bomb.
Lower than the recommended bit rate. Increase my bit rate. Okay.
Move it, son. I see the bomb carrier. Throwing flashbang.
Oh, I got the dualies. Oh shit.
Grenade out. Three guys left. Left now.
Is that my guy? No. Forgotten what they look like. Where's he at, man?
Status. All clear. Grenade out. He's got the bomb. Need support now.
Oh man, killed me. Oof.
They're all dead, son.
Hmm.
Bomb carrier spotted. Grenade out.
Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh!
Terrorists win.
Oh well.
Right, lads. We're on. Yes. Throwing a grenade. Bomb carrier downrange. Roger that.
Oh boy.
Covering while you defuse.
Oh, they planted that bomb? Shit.
You defuse the bomb. I'll cover. Throwing fire. I have this. Get the bomb. Defusing the bomb. Only the one left.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Oh
God.
crap.
Oh no!
Terrorists win.
Ah shit. Right? Yeah, poor man Pyrotechnics says play this game for 25 years. I know, I missed it so much. Oh my gosh. Like riding a bike, dude. Haven't played it in forever.
Grenade out.
Got him.
Bomb carrier spotted. That makes 3. Bomb has been planted.
Oh shit.
Area clear.
What's up, bro?
Roger.
Nailed him. Oh.
That makes 1. Well, that bomb's not going to defuse itself now. We got him all.
That's it. Ah.
Counter-terrorists win. Hey, you're right on. You're right on.
Love this.
They're gonna wish they were never born. Grenade. Report in. We're in the clear.
Oh.
I see the bomb carrier.
Oh, that was my dude.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh god! Oh jeez! Ah. Come here, you little bitch!
Incendiary.
Oh god! Whoa! This is...
Defusing the bomb.
Nope. Not gonna make that. Ah! Shit. I keep forgetting to buy the diffuse kit, man.
Gear up. We aren't going on a windy walk here. That's a copy. Spotted the bomb carrier. Grenade. That makes 3. Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, give me a Desert Eagle. I haven't done a Deagle in forever. Woo, shit! Heck yeah.
Okay. Throwing a grenade. Brilliant.
Oh my god! No! Oh man! Ah! Suck ass.
Bomb has been planted. Area secure.
Come on, bot! Pathetic. Shit. Where do people do game streaming now? Like Twitch? This is Twitch, right? I get in that song. This is too much fun.
Come on, jump.
What the? Come on, man. Oh, God.
Bomb has been planted. Need support. We're in the clear. Roger that. I've got this. You get the bomb, son. That's a good kill. We don't have much time.
Yep, that's not happening. Oh well.
Terrorists win.
Shit out of luck. How many rounds does this go? I thought it'd be done by now. Oh, I don't want to do this thing now. Come on. Too many. Too many. I'm done. I'm done for now. How do I quit out of this shit? Exit to main menu. God, I haven't done this in so long. Quit to desktop. Quit. Cool. Man, I missed that. Good fun. Well, all right. I don't know if I've even got anyone left. Scared y'all away with video games. Whatever. I will be back tomorrow evening. All right. Bye. Good night.